Welcome back to the channel, my dudes. Thank you for tuning in. Most importantly, I know I've been really inconsistent lately. It's been a while since I've posted actually, but yeah, I've just been busy. Just had a second baby, all that good stuff. So now I'm hoping to get back in the swing of things, and I've got some plans with the car that I really want to do and film and everything, and kind of make a series with the car that everybody can relate to. So today in this video, mainly the point of this video today is to show you guys how to swap from 93 to E85 and answer some questions about E85 if you don't already have it, or if your car isn't tuned and you have some questions about E85 and dealing with HP tuners and stuff like that. It's not hard at all. And just to confirm, like for those who aren't tuned yet, that are on the fence or whatever, anybody that tells you for the Gen 3s specifically, like if they tell you you need to change fuel system injectors, it's not the case. With the Gen 3s, you don't need anything. You just need a tune and some pump E85 near you, and that's all you need. So like I said in today's video, we gotta run some errands, we're gonna go eat, spend some family time. We may make this like a family vlog too, I don't know, but I'm gonna show you the car real quick, get a warm start, or well, cold start, because I haven't started it today. But and then I don't know, we'll see where this video takes us. So here's the car, let's get a cold start. I know YouTube hasn't seen these yet, but I mean, it's been all over my social media. But got the full weld Belmonts on the car. My Boston's are still over there. So but got a 17 up front and a 17 in the rear as well. The front is a 28 by 6 17. I wanted a 26 by 6, but for the deal I got on these, cannot complain. And then the rear is your extremely basic 17 by 10 305 45 17 Mickey Thompson ET Street SS, and then the front is a Mickey Thompson Sportsman. I drove in the rain in these an hour and a half on asphalt. It was not bad at all. So if you're looking for a radial tire that'll hook and you can daily on and not have to switch tires constantly, because your boy right here hates, I hate swapping tires. It's such a pain in the ass. But yeah, Mickey Thompson's. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get this cold start going. Alright guys, so picking back up the camera, this is the hard part, trying to, like, if you don't have E85 local, which it makes it a lot harder, but when I left the house I had 8 miles till empty. So like I live about 45 minutes from my nearest E85 station, and I put a little bit too much 93 in there. So now after we done ate and everything and went shopping, I gotta waste time and run out this the rest of this gas. Now they say, like most tuners will say, they want you like under 5 miles till empty. I mean, you definitely should, but you can get away with, you know, 20, 30. Your E85 won't be as high, but like, I mean, you'll have E85, and I mean, in this situation, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah. So now I gotta waste probably like 30 minutes just driving around wasting this gas. But I'll pick up the camera back at the gas station, and I'll see you then. I'm wasting some of this gas. It's been a nice C10. Pulls up somewhat beside us, but God, that's good. I need one. All right, guys, so we're at the E-Station. I've got my TDN app pulled up, and I've got 14 miles till empty. So usually most tuners will tell you to be under 5 miles till empty before you switch, but in this case, I gotta do what I gotta do. So this should be just fine. The tank is pretty much empty, so like it may not be like 85, maybe like 80, I don't know, but I gotta do what I gotta do here. So like I said, I live 45-ish minutes from the E85 pump, so this is a pretty rare occasion, so I don't always get to do what I want to do. But wait a minute, hold on. Anyway, got distracted there. But if you're already tuned, I can go over later, like, you know, the whole process of tuning your car if you're not tuned. Not tuning, but uploading your stock file and all that good stuff. But you want to come here, pull up your TDN app, make sure your RTD device is on. And what you want to do, what I do, this is how I do it. So I turn the car off completely, put the car in accessory mode, which you will need to do because, I mean, it'll tell you now. Like before, it wouldn't tell you before, but, all right, I had to cut the camera for just a second, but I don't know where I left off, but you want to put your car in accessory mode, motor off. It'll tell you and everything right here. But when you're in your app, you want to hit flash. And then for me, I'm got four renditions of the E85 tune. So right here, so E85 R4, and then hit right. And see, it tells you service mode. So just turn your motor off, put the car in accessory mode, and then all you do, simple, hit ready. Okay. Or I'm reading. Yep, it tells you literally everything right there. So you just hit right, and it starts. That's a little janky sometimes. Like it'll flash and do a bunch of crazy stuff on the Gen 3s and this version of the RTD. I think Gen 3 and back is pretty similar to this. I think Gen 4s have a whole new process, but this process takes about 5 minutes total. Yeah, so basically you just let it do its thing, and when it starts the whole process, I'll cut the camera, and I'll pick it back up on the other part where you got to do it a certain way. But it'll do all this right here, and this is the longest part. Like it does like processing data, it does one more thing, and then it actually writes the tune on the vehicle. But once all this loads and that's done, and I have to turn the ignition off and turn it back on. Hold on, I got distracted again. Man, that looks super good. Whoever that is, it looks super, super good. Anyway, I'll pick up the camera after all this is done, and the next step where you have to do something. All right, I forgot to mention, when this is all switching over, like your dash lights, your car is going to go absolutely crazy. It's going to be like service this, service that, service. It's just part of the process. Trust, don't freak out. It scared me the first time, but this is just that second part, downloading bootloader. So after this part, I think it'll say loading tune. It's not erasing it from the files, but just taking it off and then applying the new tune. So this is the actual write of the E85 tune, or vice versa, or whatever tune you switch to. Also to mention, this process is the same, not if you're switching from like 93 to E85, but also if you're like on 93 and then you want to switch from like the non-ghost cam tune to a ghost cam tune. All this is relevant. It's all the same. So I won't even cut the camera here, because once this writes, this is the next step you got to do. So 20 more seconds. So basically what it's going to tell you to do is it's going to tell you to turn your accessory mode off, turn the car completely off for 10 seconds, and then turn it back on, and then it'll finish up the tune process. So this whole process has been, what, like 5 minutes? Not even 5 minutes, but it doesn't take too long. Now, see, this is that part right there. So what I usually do in this situation, I'll hit ready and then turn it off. Let it sit. It'll tell you in 10 seconds. So I didn't exactly give it 10 seconds, so I'll give it another second or two. And then I'll turn it back on to accessory mode and then hit done. And then hit complete. And it's done. Your car's switched. So again, like it'll say everything. But let me put some E in the tank and start it up, and I'll get back with you. Also, I forgot to mention, don't put the different gas in your car before the tune writes, because if you can't write your tune for whatever reason, you're kind of stuck because you got the wrong gas in the car and you can't switch your tune. So I always make sure that the tune writes completely before I switch. So and then when I fill up, I usually fill my jugs up first, and then if you have these, they're the same as the VP, but like open both nozzles to keep it from smelling really bad. So okay guys, we topped off both jugs and the car. So one thing I forgot to mention is do not put the different gas in your car. Do not put E85 in your car until you write the tune. And if you're on E85, don't put 93 in it until the tune writes and is complete. God forbid you can't get your tune to go through for whatever reason and you have different gas in your car, you're stuck, you're cooked. So please, 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 please write your tune before you switch gas. But with that being said, I've already started it once. I've had to cut this because I didn't put enough in to fill this up with the jug. So we're topped off now. When you start your car, when you transition in between gas, it is not going to be the smoothest transition. Like, some tuners have it better than others. But the car's got to switch and adjust. So like, if it like bogs down a little bit, don't trip. It is what it is. The car's doing its thing. So with that being said, usually like the protocol is like to let it idle for 15 minutes, straight idle, no BS, and then just take it really easy on it for a few miles. And yeah, I mean, that's as simple as that. I mean, it's really not a hard process to switch the car over to E85. I'm going to go back over before I post the video, make sure I didn't forget anything, but I showed you guys pretty much the entire process of doing the tune switch itself. With the jugs, if you have like the VP style, or I got mine from Tractor Supply for 25 bucks a piece. So I got 2 of them. They've got the main nozzle where you got to take them off to put the gas in, and it's got like a little breather nozzle on the handle. Please, please, please learn from my mistake and take my advice. When you fill those jugs up, open that breather nozzle so it doesn't smell like E85 on your way home. If you don't have it local, I mean, if you live 5 minutes down the road, you can do whatever you want to do, and then, you know, deal with the fumes for 5 minutes. But like us, 45 minutes of the fumes is not it, especially with babies. The other one back there, but that'll just help you guys out. And that's pretty much it. This easy peasy. I may throw some more clips in this video, but if not, yeah, I'm not gonna say this is the last bit, but we'll catch you when I pick the camera back up. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish off the video here. This is how I move my jugs around. Forget my trunk, it's really dirty in there right now, but I've got the liner out, and I don't have anything in the wheel well, so I just set my jugs in there. But again, if you're new to E85, which I know at this point a lot of people are not, but I know there's still some people out there that have not had the opportunity to tune their car or anything like that. So this video is mainly for you, or if you do have your car tuned and you just haven't made the switch to E85, this is what I do. And it may not be the right way or whatever, but anyway, the jugs I was talking about, the breather valves right here. Just to clarify, when you've got these off and you're filling up the jugs, open this guy up right here and let all the fumes like breathe. I don't know if that's exactly the science behind it, but basically keep that open, and then close this after you're done, and then close this back up, and you won't have any fumes in your car on the way home. Of course, homie starts to mow when I want to film, but hold on, I'm gonna cut the video and see if you can still hear me over this mower. All right, guys, so that was pretty much the wrap up on this video. All I was trying to do in this video was explain how to basically just switch your car from 93 to E85 if you don't already know how to do that, or if you're not tuned, or if you're on the fence, or if you have questions of like, do I need to swap injectors, fuel system, anything like that. For NA setup, bolt-on setup, stuff like that, if you do not have boost on your naturally, you know, if you have a naturally aspirated Gen 3, you need nothing but a tune for E85 for most setups, as far as I know. It's all my car is, stock injector, stock fuel system, stock fuel pump. You're good, so don't worry about it. I've had E85 on my car for a year. Hasn't blown up yet, knock on wood. So, but yeah, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Right now, I've got 2 phones now, obviously, so I can film a little bit more. The other phone also made this video possible, showing like, you know, like the TDN app, actually, because I couldn't do that without this phone. So I hope if you watch this video for the purpose of the questions of the E85, I hope it fulfilled your knowledge that you needed. And I just want to say thank you again for tuning in. If you would do me the favor of subscribing mainly, and liking the video, and just sharing it around. I am going to try to become a lot more consistent, maybe post 2-3 times a week, and hopefully fulfill that dream one day of this being the main source of income. No job, that'd be great. But we'll see. Thank you for tuning in. Again, like, subscribe, comment, share it around. Jump in the comments section, talk a little shit. I don't care. Call my car slow, call it fast. Do what you want to do. But I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. So, see you.